Man, that is getting toasty. Yikes. So the Apple Watch 6s and SEs are here. What are going to be the best accessories for it? In this video, I'm going to cover screen protectors, I'm going to cover cases, I'm going to cover straps, as well as portable battery packs. At MobileReviewsEh, Monty, Fingers,
hey,
Val, and I base all our reviews on actual usage. We buy products, we review them. We're reviewers, not influencers, which means you'll never see the tag includes paid promotion in this corner in our videos. All right, let's start with screen protectors. Now there's a big caveat with screen protectors. Overall, even the best products will take away from the usability of the Apple Watch. For me, every single product that I've used except for one has reduced the crispness of the OLED screen on the Apple Watch as well as the sensitivity. Now the products I'd stay away from are basically any film-based screen protectors and products that claim to be ultra thin. Film makes the Apple Watch look incredibly cheap, and the ones that claim to be ultra thin glass usually aren't actually made from glass because you can't really cut glass with scissors. Now if you need a full list of those products, do check out the full rundown I've done for the Apple Watch screen protectors in the card or the description section below. Now products that I would actually consider would be any type of liquid screen protector, and there's a big caveat for that recommendation. Now out of these three products, two will reduce the sensitivity while the other product will almost offer no visible protection. Now I like the Flolab Nanoarmor because it's actual glass and it has full adhesive. A lot of the cheaper products only have adhesive on the edge, but not the front, which is kind of silly because that means they come off really easily. The Zagg Glass Curve Elite is similar to the Nanoarmor, but it's just way more expensive. Both of these products will reduce the sensitivity of the Apple Watch screen, so you have to change how you poke your Apple Watch. Usually you can take kind of the meaty part of your finger and you tap your Apple Watch and stuff just works. The screen is responsive. But with the thicker screen protectors, say from the ones from Zagg as well as Flolab, you have to kind of change your finger position. So you have to be like tapping almost straight down. You're using the meat right underneath the fingernail to tap your screen rather than the really meaty part of your finger. And so that's something I need to make you guys aware before you go run off buying all these screen protectors for your Apple Watch. Now when it comes to the liquid screen protectors, there isn't a brand that really stands out to me. I've used a handful of them, and based on my experience with them, despite their claims, will not add much in terms of scratch protection to the device. What? Why? Now liquid screen protectors, you slab the raw in basically a bit of liquid glass, it dries, and then it's like physically attached to the screen of your device. But the thing is, if you scratch it, and it still will scratch, it doesn't improve the scratch resistance, it just adds some more glass to it. You can't remove it, so that scratch is there permanently. So it's basically like nothing has changed. I will say the only noticeable thing that I've seen with liquid glass screen protectors is that they will improve the impact protection of the glass that it's been slathered on. But when it comes to Apple Watches, how many of you have actually broken the face of the Apple Watch? I don't think I have yet, though I'm pretty nice to my devices when I have to be. When it comes to Apple Watch cases, there are two things that I look for. The first one is, will it protect the edge of the Apple Watch? And the second thing is, will it come off easily, like pop off? In general, most cases for the Apple Watch will protect the edge. Most of them will. I think like 80% of them will. Some of them don't. It's weird. But most of them failed the second part, which is annoying. How annoyed am I? These are two products. This is a Pataka Air case for the Apple Watch, and this is an Urban Armor Gear, I don't know, whatever, black and orange case. These are just boxes because I've lost the products because during my review period, they came off and I lost them. So I can't do a review for these products, which means, well, it's not a good product. Nothing like, you know, dropping 40 bucks for a little tiny case to make it look a little different and then having it just go pa-ting, come off, and then you're out of luck. If you find this video useful, remember, get your stuff through my affiliate links because, well, it's an unsponsored video, which means I have your guys' best interest in mind and not some other companies that I'm trying to push products for. Now there are some other case watch strap hybrids like these things. This one's from Subcase, I think, and this one is a Spigen, and you know, case strap. It seems like a good idea, but you're really taking away from the Apple Watch because, well, these straps are still generally just watch straps, and watch straps, normal watch straps for the Apple Watch are just generally a little more annoying to use. Now my go-to cases are going to be the Crash Guard NXs from Evolutive Labs or Rhino Shield. Now first of all, they're going to offer your Apple Watch, I've got one on this one, a lot of edge protection, which is great. The second thing I really like about this product is that you can customize the look of the case. So I've got a blue rim here, a gray body, matches my surf blue sport loop, right? So it's just a really nice way of just matching your Apple Watch to your strap. You know, this looks so cool. The third thing I like about this product is that it's going to be less gross over time because the back of this product isn't covered, and so when you get all sweaty and grouty, you can easily clean it all, whereas in a lot of some of the other products, it covers not the heart rate sensor but everything around, and so like all your greasy dirty bits just collect underneath that between the case and the Apple Watch, and that just gets gross over time. Just so gross. Now a similar product is the OtterBox Exo Edge. It's very similar to the Crash Card with the exception of the removable rims, which makes this product visually very, very dull looking from my perspective. It's just a chunk of plastic on your Apple Watch. Honestly, if you're looking for a really minimalist one, this Pataka Air Case one was very nice to use, but again, I lost it, so kind of what's the point? So funny story, I was doing a workout yesterday that involved me doing a burpee over a wall. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the watch ended up scraping against the wall a ton, and so now my stainless steel Apple Watch has a ton of scratches on it. So if this isn't a good reason to get a case, I don't know what is. But the cool thing is that scratched, the sapphire covering is not. Neat. Next up are what? What are we talking about next, Monty? That's right, straps. Now I'll be honest with you, Apple Watch straps are probably the most important accessory for the Apple Watch because everything else is almost just noise, really. Because without a strap, you can't really use your Apple Watch as a watch. It's just this tiny computer that just spins. Now, out of the dozens of straps I've used over the last few years, there's really only one brand that really has impressed me, which are the MIFA straps. This strap that I have here, this camel one, is half leather, half silicone, which means you've got pure comfort and pure functionality on the inside and business on the outside. Like, it's just really, really great, really smart what they did. The silicone portion of the band has a bit of give, which allows you to easily make minor adjustments throughout the day. For example, typing with the MIFA strap isn't annoying because you can adjust it, which is something you can't do, say, with a Nomad strap. The silicone part of the workout will get sweaty, but unlike some of the other fancier brands that you could work out with, you can easily wipe it down because, well, it's silicone. Now, spoiler alert, though this band is good for working out with, it's not the best band to work out with. More on that in a few minutes. A minute or two. But Aaron, aren't there other products like, you know, things from Spigen that are exactly the same as the MIFA bands? And there are. There's leather on the outside, silicone on the inside. The biggest difference between the MIFA bands above all the other brands of watch straps that I've used are the lugs. The lugs fit the Apple Watch incredibly well. Like this silver one is a Spigen one, there's a bit of give. This MIFA one, less give. And so for me, being a reviewer, I have to look at these details, and I just come to realize that having really cheap lugs, like the ones in like the Nomad one, which don't fit the Apple Watch very well, get annoying to me after a while. And so if you're paying premium dollar for a watch strap, the lug should fit, which is why I'm such a big fan of MIFA, because their products are reasonably priced and the quality is high, which is something that doesn't usually happen in this world. All right, let's talk about the best straps to get sweaty with. Now, when it comes to working out, there's two things that I personally look for. It's breathability and flexibility. And so the two straps that I kind of default to is the braided nylon strap as well as the normal sport loop, or the Nike one if you prefer the branded stuff. But these two straps offer your wrist the most amount of flexibility, and when you're, you know, lifting weights and stuff, you want the flexibility. You don't want to be constrained by the technology that you are using. Now, if you had seen my braided sport loop video, you know that I gravitated towards the braided loop because it was new and shiny. And at this very moment, I've been lifting weights for about 20-ish minutes, closer to 30. And this sport loop is definitely sweatier than this braided loop. So this one feels a little more breathable. But the thing that I keep bouncing between the two is that I can adjust this. So every once in a while, it's just nice to pull it off, let it breathe a little bit. Whereas on the braided loop, you really can't do that. It's always kind of stuck there. And this might actually just be a personal pet peeve of mine, but that's kind of been going through my mind since getting these new Apple Watches. So when compared to some of the other straps, kind of like your Urban Armor Gear, NATO straps, I've got some Monowear ones, some other ones that are similar, well, loop style. The problem with those products is that they don't dry off quickly. And so, you know, if you work out at noon and you go back to work in the office after that, you're stuck with really sweaty wrist straps or watch straps, and that's just kind of annoying for the rest of the afternoon. Whereas in these things on my wrist, they dry off pretty quickly, and if you're just absolutely hate the wet wrist feel, you can always go with the silicone stuff, but these two are the straps that I kind of default to. When it comes to flexibility, like I always find that being able to just do this easily is something that's really hard with some of the other products. You have to undo them and then put them back on your wrist. And so like I do this a lot in order for me to do the kettlebell work that I do as an accessory, because you don't want this 25-pound weight or whatever pound weight that you're using to smash against your really nice Apple Watch screen, do you? So just having that flexibility to be able to do that with these watch straps is, well, very, very handy. I'm doing this till failure. It's getting pretty close. So portable Apple Watch chargers I kind of thought was silly up until the point where I got a cell plan on my Apple Watch and realized that this device now is indispensable, whereas before I would get angry if I left my iPhone at home, but I can now leave my iPhone at home and not really care because I can communicate with my family using this. Now, with watchOS 7 being, you know, having like sleep tracking and stuff, you are probably going to run out of power, given that Apple's days are only 18 hours long, according to the Apple Watch page. So, you know, portable power may now be a thing for these Apple Watches. So in the last few months, I've gone and procured a bunch of portable battery chargers, which include one from Yishta. This is like your generic Amazon brand. There's like this product under like 5-6 different brand names. You got something from Choitech, and we got something from Belkin. And out of these three products, the best one is the Belkin one. Now this Yishta, I really like the look of the product. Functionality wise, like I do like the fact that they've gone and put the USB charge head into it. The biggest problem with this product is that, well, it sucks. It charges the hottest, and despite saying it has 1,000 milliamp hours, it did not charge my Apple Watch to full, ran out of power, and it took 3 hours to get to like, I think 92, 93%. So despite having this cap, but despite having that, it doesn't do very well. But for 20 bucks, you know, this Choitech, this thing is 55 bucks, I believe I paid. And it's got a 900 milliamp power or milliamp hour capacity battery, and it charged my Apple Watch to full and still has almost 50% of its capacity left. The biggest problem is the size of this product. It's wide, and so loop bands don't quite fit on it well. So like you have to kind of like fandangle your loop band onto the product. Whereas in these other ones, because they're slimmer, you just plop your Apple Watch down and it just starts charging. And so that's one of the problems in terms of the design with this product. This Choitech thing charged my Apple Watch in about 1 hour and 40 minutes. So almost half the time compared to this Yishta, and only got up to about 33 degrees. This is a MiFi certified product. This is not. And so that temperature and the charge times were also the same for this Belkin product. And the biggest thing for me with this Belkin product is that it's a 2200 hour milliamp hour capacity. So it can charge your Apple Watch at least twice before you need to go do your own thing, charge it. And it doesn't have the same issue with the loop because the profile is a little slimmer, and so you don't have that problem. I like the form factor of this. I wish it had the features of the Yishta, but it doesn't. This is close to 70 bucks, 55. So, you know, you pay some more money, you get a bit more peace of mind. We'll say, as a side note, neither one of these products or any of these products do not do a charge through charging. So it won't charge the battery in your iPhone or your Apple Watch at the same time, which kind of is silly because if that was the case, then you can just easily get rid of your Apple Watch charger, right? You just every single night charge the battery thing on top of your Apple Watch and you just be golden. The last thing I will say is that even though these products seem a little silly, you know, that you can only charge Apple Watches with these power banks. The alternative is to carry an actual power bank with a charging cable, and this just seems messy. So again, best one, it's okay, stay away. claiming to be made from ultra thin glass. In general, most cases will protect the edge of your did I say iPhone? And they talk about using their, oh my goodness. Now the reason why I didn't want. So that's all I got for this video. Questions, comments, leave them down there. First time watching my videos, click subscribe. Again, if you found it useful, use my Amazon links to buy your stuff. Unsponsored content, we're rogue reviewers, which is really a funny thing to say given that this is how reviews should be done.